This break is brought to you by Audible. For a free 30-day trial and a free audiobook, head over to audible.com/gamebreaker. Hi everyone, my name's Olivia Grace and I'm here again to talk to you today about an unlicensed theme park that sprung up in China quite a while back by the name of World of Joyland. Why are we repeating news about an old theme park? Well, perfectly reasonable question, guys. The reason is that a Reddit user by the name of Francesca has been across there and taken some kind of interesting pictures about the World of Warcraft theme park, which she visited while on her travels. And it's just kind of interesting to have a look at the pictures of this place and to see, as a community, whether we really think this is representative of World of Warcraft. So let's dive straight into Francesca's pictures. This one is the entry to the theme park. You can see here it's kind of reminiscent of the entry to Pandaria. Well, not to Pandaria so much as to the central area, which you have the storyline where you go through the gate and everything. There's two guys. I mean, it's not really that similar, but it is reminiscent. The guy on the left looks a little bit like Arthas to me, but that could just be the quality of the picture, so it's hard to be absolutely certain. And there are some Nagrand-esque mushrooms there. Kind of cool, kind of interesting. Moving on, this one now, clearly, this looks like a Pandaria promotion panda. It doesn't remotely resemble the pandas that were actually in the game, but, it could be there along those lines. There's definitely a Warcraft feel to this, which is obviously a Noodle Bar. And now this one was a particular interest to me. It very much looks like some of the Silver Moon style Blood Elf architecture. I really like this one, and there's the tower up behind as well, which looks kind of interesting. It's quite sort of representative of that Blood Elfy feel that you get in that northern area. So this guy, on the other hand, I mean, he's World of Warcraft feeling, and again, the architecture behind him it kind of has a World of Warcraft Mists of Pandaria feel to it, but only perhaps because that has so much to do with Chinese architecture. And the guy in front, although, I mean, I can imagine him appearing in World of Warcraft, and he might resemble maybe certain hunter pets, but I mean, maybe a boss pet or something along those lines. What do you guys think? Does this really have that World of Warcraft feel to it for you? And moving on, I just had to include one of these. So this is about a ride called Silver Moon's Pride. We can obviously see the World of Warcraft theming there. Under the command of Kael'thas, the Prince of the Elves, Silver Moon's Pride will carry you and the warriors of Silver Moon to cross the Elf Lake and head for the Mystic Island. Happiness index, only 3 out of 5. Unfortunate for Kael'thas and Silver Moon's Pride. So what do you think, guys? Does this World of Warcraft themed theme park really bring the World of Warcraft to you? I'm not entirely sure that it does for me. To me, it sort of feels... I mean, they're obviously pinching things from World of Warcraft. You can't call a ride Silver Moon's Pride and talk about Kael'thas without really being pretty clear that you're stealing things from World of Warcraft there. So what do you think? What do you think of these pictures? What do you think of this theme park? Does it have a WoW feel to it? Back in some previous articles, it's also mentioned that there is also a StarCraft themed section of the theme park, which Francesca didn't cover in her pictures. But to me, it's more World of Warcraft-esque. I mean, I don't know much about the Chinese licensing laws, but I do know that this theme park is completely unlicensed. So maybe there's some conscious effort there to sidestep the real names and the real looks of Mists of Pandaria. Or maybe because this theme park was around before Mists of Pandaria was really released, there's an element there of, well, we don't know quite what's going to be in this game, so let's just improvise. But they also, of course, had the old stuff to look back on. So for me, ride names are fun, the Blood Elf looking area is kind of cool, but it's not really that World of Warcraft theme. Do let me know what you think in the comments of the article below, and as always, guys, keep it locked and dialed to Gamebreaker for all your gaming needs.